Hey guys, this is Epic What Ifs, and today we are back with the first episode of What If Kakashi Had Adopted Naruto. Now, in this scenario, we have completely changed Kakashi's past, and by completely, I mean to say that Obito and Rin, technically they still die, and I say technically because Obito still lives. Anyhow, so what changes are we making? We're trying to make Kakashi the Kakashi, not the guy who was depressed. I mean, he is still depressed, but Kakashi still has now, after Obito and Rin's death, he has got this passion inside of himself that he will never let anybody else down. He let Obito down because he couldn't save Rin. He let Rin down, he couldn't save Obito. He let both of his friends die, well, because he was too weak to protect them. No more, he said. And he started training with Minato, like, religiously. And, well, what does he do? Well, after the Third Great Ninja War concludes, Kakashi starts to train with Minato, like, closely, very, very closely. They both do train. What do they train with? Well, Minato is now starting to teach Kakashi the Sage mode. Because Minato, though he does state that he does not know how to, properly do Sage mode, I mean, he did have the perfect Sage mode, uh, which was kind of confusing, but, whatever. So he begins to teach Kakashi some the Sage mode, and seeing as how Minato was taught by Jiraiya, and well, Jiraiya did visit the city every now and then. When Jiraiya, was in the city, he agreed to train Kakashi in the Sage Road as well, and he took Kakashi to Mount Myoboku himself to train him up. Now, Kakashi, after training for a few years before Minato dies, does in fact manage to learn amazing Sage Mode. He knows. I mean, you could consider it a perfect Sage Mode, but he can't hold it for a whole bunch of time, and after he's done using it, his body is fucking destroyed. It's kind of like the same kind of, well, pain, tiredness, tardiness he goes through after using Kamui a few times. But, it gives him a massive boost, and he'll keep on improving it. What happens? Well, Kakashi, even though he trained to, save his people, he ends up witnessing Minato and Kushina's death. Now, Kakashi was growing close to Minato, like, more than ever now. Minato was looking like a father figure to Kakashi, kinda. And, when he heard that Kushina was pregnant with a boy, with a child, rather, he was over the top. He was so excited. It didn't necessarily show it, but he was. And, he promised to himself that very day when he heard the news that he would do everything to protect that little kid. What happens? Well, Minato and Kushina die. The Nine-Tails attack happens as it did in the original. Minato and Kushina are still attacked, and they do in fact die. Kakashi arrives late to witness his mentor, his father figure, dying with a gigantic gash through his father figure's stomach. Kakashi, seeing this, rushes towards Minato, with tears welling up in his eyes. Minato was finishing something. Basically, Minato is finishing the message that he had for Naruto in the original. And after that is done, Minato simply looks at Kakashi and says, "I'm sorry, I won't be here to train you anymore, Kakashi. Before I leave, I want you to promise me one thing. A single promise I want you to keep. Can you protect Naruto for me? I won't be here to protect him as well. I leave him in your hands, Kakashi. Will you do it for me?" Kakashi, with tears in his eyes, nods willingly and bids farewell to his sensei. What happens now? Well, Kakashi goes to the meeting of the village elders, where they have to decide what is to happen with the kid, the fox kid. Obviously, a few things are thrown around. Danzo says he should be put under my custody. I'm going to take him and mold him as a weapon for the leaf. Hiruzen says something else. He should be allowed to grow on his own. A kid should have a future. I don't know. I don't know what Hiruzen would say. He's a fucking idiot when it comes to village politics. I mean, he let Danzo have so much power, what can I say? But he's a great guy, don't get me wrong. Anyway, Kakashi just simply pipes up and says, I'll adopt him. I promised my sensei I'd take care of him. And, well, I'm the only one fit. I have the Mangekyo Sharingan, so I would be the only one who would be able to control Naruto if he ever goes berserk. I'll take care of him. And, well, the village elders agree. Danzo is a bit reluctant, but eventually he fakes it for everybody and he's like, okay, I will allow it. Hiruzen, obviously trusting Kakashi as a valued member of the Anbu, does give him the okay as well. Now, what happens to Naruto's childhood? Well, first off, it's not as bad as it would be. Don't get me wrong, his childhood is marred with tragedy. But note that I used that word without even knowing what it truly means. Anyway, his childhood is far from the best one. Naruto, I mean, he has a loving brother. That is what Kakashi is to him. I mean, if I get it right, I think Kakashi is like 16 or like 14 when the village attack happens, somewhere around that. Anyway, Kakashi is like a brother to him. I mean, since he could remember, Naruto always saw Kakashi. Kakashi would train him, and, you know, in his childhood, Naruto, due to the QB, still did not have the level needed, you know, the chakra control or whatever. He couldn't control his chakra, no. So Kakashi, you know, knowing that the graduation in the academy would require some form of clone jutsu, decides, you know what, I'll allow him to learn this shadow clone. He still needs to train, I mean, that is the least he could know. And to his surprise, when Naruto actually does it, at the age of 6, I would say, the training truly begins, Naruto actually makes a decent amount of shadow clones. He is a kid, so it's not perfect, but he manages to pop out 20 shadow clones without much difficulty. This surprises Kakashi, but, you know, he did half expect it, considering Naruto is the son of the 4th Hokage, and is the Jinchuriki of the Ninetales. Now, the villagers, how would they treat Naruto? As they did in the original, but a little less. They still hate him, and they would advise their children not to play with Naruto. But Naruto has a father, Kakashi, who is a respected jonin of the village. So they try to keep it at a average, I won't even say minimum, because they would definitely, most definitely, harass little Naruto. When Naruto would try to buy something, they would simply say, fuck off, kid, we don't want the fox anywhere near us. Naruto would not understand what this meant, and he would just simply, you know, get depressed and walk away. Well, yes, that would actually still happen. What would happen with the Uchihas? They die, as they did. Would Naruto ever meet Itachi? Seeing as how Itachi was in the Anbu alongside Kakashi, unlikely. However, I could see a scenario in which Naruto somehow manages to meet Itachi. Due to a urgent message that the village elders had to provide to Kakashi regarding a mission, Itachi had to come to his home, where he would meet young kid Naruto. Naruto's first impression of Itachi would be that he's a pretty nice guy. He seems fun. And Itachi would talk kindly to Naruto, not calling him a fox and all that jazz, which makes him happy. He likes it. Itachi, well, he sees Naruto and he somewhat remembers his little brother. Nice. That's it for Itachi and Naruto, though. Moving on. What else would happen? Well, they would enroll in the academy. Of course, the Uchiha massacre would still happen. Nothing changes in that aspect. I mean, it happened when Naruto himself was an Uchiha, so not much I'll change there. What do his academies days look like? Well, it's different from the original. Naruto and Sasuke both enroll in at the same time. Naruto and Sasuke, both of them are top dogs in the academy, and both of them actually grow as, well, friendly rivals. Both of them are the top two students in the academy. The teachers try to pit them against one another in sparring matches where most of the time they would fight to a standstill. Every now and then Naruto would win, every now and then Sasuke would win. They would hang out together while they ate food, and like Guy would, Naruto and Sasuke would also start keeping score. For now, the score is 5-3, Naruto with 3 wins and Sasuke with 5. Naruto also uses swords in this scenario. He fights with a katana because Kakashi himself was a real good swordsmaster until his own lightsaber broke, at which point he stopped learning and rather using the swords. But he was still a pretty decent swordsman. One of the best, I would say, in the Leaf. Now, Kakashi takes training pretty seriously, and he actually keeps up with his Sage Mode, and every now and then he also meets up with Jiraiya. And seeing as how Kakashi and Jiraiya have a relationship in this scenario, Naruto and Jiraiya would have a somewhat of a relationship too. Jiraiya was Naruto's godfather, and every now and then he would pop in on their house to check up on Naruto. Naruto knew that Jiraiya was his godfather. He didn't know who his parents were, but he always called him Jiraiya his pervy uncle. Every now and then, he would also sometimes call him pervy sage, but mostly it was,
"Oi, pervy uncle, what are you doing here today?"
That is not how Naruto sounds like, but for now, that will have to do. And my voice is pretty much different from how I normally say, but that is because I am suffering from a bit of a cold. Anywho, continuing. So, Naruto and Jiraiya have a relationship. He's not going to learn Sage Mode anytime soon. I am not going to be making him too overpowered. He's going to be a decently powered character. Meaning, he would probably not kill Orochimaru when they meet. Anyway, so the story continues. What else happens? Well, Kakashi, when he tells Naruto one thing, if Naruto ever manages to finish the academy with good grades, mind you, Kakashi would award him with the White Light Chakra Saber. And Naruto knows what that is, so he's excited for it. He actually goes, and the next day in the academy, he tells Sasuke about it. He's like, "Sasuke, brother Kakashi says if I manage to, score some good marks and pass the academy with decent grades, he'll give me the White Light Chakra Saber that, his father held and he himself used a lot." And Sasuke would know about Kakashi's father and also know about the Light Chakra Saber, which gave his father the name White Fang of the Leaf. He would be like, "Oh my god, that is so cool, man. But remember, we are still 5-3, you haven't beaten me." Hee. Sasuke has a bit of a fun personality. For now, the massacre is yet to happen. Then what happens, you may ask? Well, the Uchiha die. Swing, swing, chop, chop. Yes, that was the audio description of how that battle would go. Oh, and a few "don't kill me, Itachi" in there as well. As you can probably say, I am feeling horrifyingly weird today. Anyway, so what happens now? Well, Naruto finds out about the massacre that Itachi had done, and he had seen Itachi like 2 times in his life, so he didn't have much of an opinion of him, but he thought that Itachi probably wouldn't have done that, but people change over time. He goes to comfort his friend and rival Sasuke. Sasuke, he's not as happy-go-lucky as he was when Naruto Uchiha aired, but he's not as brooding as he was in the original. He is somewhere in between. he still won't give the girls much attention. He doesn't have time for that. He's training to become the very best. The best there ever was, to be fair. And, Naruto, this would basically grow their rivalry strong. Friendly, but strong. Naruto and Sasuke would spar every day to see who is the better one. Sasuke's Sharingan would give him an edge on Naruto, and the scoreboard would start to grow. 10 to 5, 15 to 7, 20 to 13. That's where the scoreboard lies, and I probably will bring this up throughout the series. Anyway, they will pass the academy with flying colors. Sasuke number 1, Naruto number 2, making the scoreboard 21 to 13. Anyway, now Naruto is to celebrate, and he actually invites Sasuke to come over. Why not, man? Come on, it's time for a celebration. Kakashi is paying. Brother, Kakashi is paying. Onicha is paying. I don't know. Anyway, they go on a party, I suppose. Naruto, I mean, considering that Naruto was not a bad-looking guy, he was a cute kid, I would say he has made a few friends with the ladies. Not crushes, but friends. Hinata is still around if you wish that to happen. But she is too fucking shy, and he normally doesn't pay her much attention. Now, I just stuttered about 5 times, so I'm hoping I can speak properly again. Anyway, now, he does not pay her much attention, but he actually makes good friends with Ino because she seems like a fun person to hang out with. And Sakura, I mean, not really, no. Sakura is just a rude bitch, isn't she? Ino is somewhat more friendly to hang around. And Tenten as well. She's a fun character to hang around. And every now and then she would spar with Naruto because Naruto does use a sword. And, she's all about that shit. She likes those big, long thingies. Anyway, Kakashi had promised Naruto a gift for passing the academy, and he does get one. Naruto receives the white light chakra saber from Kakashi, and of course Naruto has a relationship with Jiraiya. Jiraiya of course arrives to congratulate Naruto on passing the academy, giving him a few scrolls with some minor, B and C level jutsus to learn, and well, that is how it ends. For now, with being close buddies with Naruto and Sasuke, still not giving shits about girls. Tenten just witnessing Naruto's white light chakra saber and feeling something giddy in her stomach. And, well, yeah, the Uchiha clan is dead. This is the end of part 1. I might revise this because there might be a few mistakes here. Fucking hell, a few mistakes here and there. But if you guys want more, do tell me down below. This is the first episode. It might as well be the last if the people don't want it. Naruto Uchiha coming in like 2 more videos. Goodbye. I'll see you soon. Dun, dun, dun.